Well, I wouldn't say we all have contributed to it to make this documentary a success. I don't want us to look at it with the lenses of religion. It's a pure human rights abuse story, which all of us as journalists have been doing. The death of a person does not mean that the issue is dead.
Investigative journalist Anas Aremeyaw Anas Ababonten Abekasa afa Prophet TB Joshua ne documentary ekoso e social media na yenke bin shemu yehu se BBC Africa Omode TB Joshua ne documentary bia ba documentary no utie munsem ene se de city expose ewo enema bia brana Prophet TB Joshua etiase wo ye emu abuse emu rape o adwiri wo mesanse wo hwe Prophet TB Joshua said na respect no ewo wiase mu asei na obia emfa no eni agro said wo ye ne som na manfo eni gye ne ho pena asem nsem we no aye bi mo ye pasenti Prophet TB Joshua wo ya doye wo ye miracles ene century no betumi abuse ma a rape bomb sabe and mema so de omonsa also ne bem said de tie ye e documentary nim ene wonya bi enhwa mestre so beko na wakwa tie mu nsa na nsem de e bi e wo mu ye pa na question ba kwa megidi se wabisa ho na obia ebisa ne ho se adenti e na afei e na BBC Africa Eye o mode documentary eba e expose o mo expose Prophet TB Joshua san say enipa ye ka ne ho asem enipa ye expose ne no ene etwe ye ne ye hu no we free mu enti same po no beba abonti so be defend ne ho de obeba be defend na so ba be kamu ne kwan enti asenti di enti e na mo de sa expose e ba abonti omutiri mo po ene sen na sa questions aye bi se hu nyina na Anas Aremeyaw e de hu nya no aba ne enti BBC for omde documentary ni by wow sa e na nim te TB Joshua onti asibiem e na afen so de show mu kran ne de come hu nti a omde sa documentary yi e ba abonti woden sen bebre na e na to dwam hit us omo e na so masna de semi ebesomo watwa bet na wunni ene bet ne yade a amafo pina de mu ewremu emu maamefo emu of maamefo young guys na kwa de yenka obi ohwan ma de school fees ne rent ni na kwura bet ma wanya faso bia emfree so eno nti na hit us ewo honum e de ma say us na de ma already we a free untu akapre je na hyehye na kwotwa bet wotwa so a assurance na honum so be diska bebre e de free mu ene billions of cedis na no betum enye bi na hit us for Adaroma and on mobile near to make a bet Eddie numbers no ego screen so shano say yen free the answer bet test or WhatsApp no wakas upper was a free sketch bia enim enti me no kasa ya no betumi test now so waje us ne bi na watwa no the bet no sika akese mu anas explanation in some way and other to dwa.
Congratulations for this. Yes, just introduce yourself for record purposes for those who don't know you.
Well, my name is Anas Aremeyaw. I'm a undercover journalist from Ghana, and I work with the BBC.
Okay. I'm sure you are part of this.
Well, I wouldn't say we all have contributed to it to make this documentary a success.
Okay. Now, what is the major takeaway from this?
Well, I think that the major takeaway from this is the level of abuse that we've all seen in this film. And I don't want us to look at it with the lenses of religion. It's a pure human rights abuse story, which all of us as journalists have been doing. And when you have a situation where girls have been raped, girls have been sexually abused, where there are manipulations of miracles and others, it's about time we say no to these things and we stand firm and say it as it is. Let people know what the real story is.
A lot of people perceive this as an attack on the church.
Well, I don't think it is, and I have emphasized that we are not here to talk about religion. We are here to talk about human rights abuses. We've done stories on human rights abuses all our lives as journalists. This is not any different from the stories we do. And I think that if there is something wrong, as journalists, we should have the courage, we should have the energy to be able to tell it as it is, if it's a human rights abuse issue.
The man is dead now, and the documentary is out. Question a lot of people's minds what next? What do you think? What are your recommendations?
The death of a person does not mean that the issue is dead. There are equally important and many victims who have suffered as a result of the man's atrocity. We talk about Hitler today. He's dead, but we talk about the atrocities and the human rights abuses that took place. We talk about a lot of leaders, dictatorial leaders who have committed crimes, and we still talk about them. So the death of a man does not extinguish the crime. We have to be bold as African journalists to tell it as it is once it affects people. Have you thought about the trauma all these women are going through? Have you thought about the problems that these people are facing? How do we address the situation? There is government side of it where when the church broke down, nothing happened. As journalists, we should be asking the question, what was government supposed to do? Why is it that nobody was brought to book when clearly the building fell as a result of structural defects? So these are all issues we have to look at as journalists and ask the right questions to make sure that there is an answer to it. Thank you very much.
Zion View Construction and Services Odino say we see now so see ya che we renovation e wo honoma make am form more services at the amount almost say dan e ma ne fe e dan so ne san so edi mu yie pa so wo honom na o painting no ayedada o roofing ni nyina no nso to a na eso ne e wo mu obi honom so apoto bi bre age ne fe na boso we here plasterboard installation POP ceiling and as yes CCTV cameras and now here wo fie Zion View say en worry obeba na obese say the amount o me grafia to any concrete floor ni nyina no on be hwe no madi ho dwum ska kakra bi e na abetua o musika sem so e da form boko nti fra penfo bejo first bibia wo bia organ ha se no beba no be siesie e di amount Prophet TB Joshua ni documentary expose no emunsem de edoso wo hwe emma emu abrofo na bibifo omo be kan se osofi wasese wo rape wo at a very young age na juma na wodin so asore dem honom no enye izomo kan ampo kan se na asore dem rape atwa bubugu ye no ohyeda e no bubu ye so bekum nipa Absan for a asemo documentary no unya bi nhwe mepese obekọ na wakotie ni nyina bi na mo so wate ne ekoso ene de omode atodwa efa Prophet TB Joshua eho ono ai kan ho asem no medikan kan se onte ase no abeyi ni ho ano na so ne church members omoda so pe na asem omo pe no omanya senkyere ne nkwaje free ni honom no omodo mgusoa e defend no e wo social media onso betumi e do comment afa comment section na wakyere wadwen afa whole documentary betodwa na expose no bia e kan bibi e de from foforo bia ba mesan so e da ba be so mo betuma follow mo Instagram kechere akosia makramo.
Tomato mix when I do it. I don't want to leave tomato mix in Ghana.
Approved